Hi, welcome back class. I just wanted to show you another method for creating a template for your value scale. If you don't have carbon paper, it's no problem at all. You can just use some pastel paper, white soft pastel chalk, and a ruler. And you can just base that on the template that I sent you for the measurements. So the way I did this is I measured 7 inches across for the bottom and 7 across for the top, and then about 2 inches for the sides. Actually, I measured from the outside, excuse me, and then like so. So then, came down here, set up your ruler, and just trace it over to the 7-inch mark. And then come down here, and then trace another 7 inches down there, and then 2 inches here, and then about 2 inches here. And then I counted the segments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 segments, and they're about 1 inch for each segment. So I just went through the ruler, marked off each little segment where it would go, and then you can just take your ruler and flip it this way just to continue that segment. I hope you can see that. So I'm just creating segments for each value, and then that would be my last one. So then the next step would be just to label your scale. So in the middle we have the hue, which is in this case it's blue, and another word for hue is the color name. Then over here on this side we have the tints, which are lighter values of blue, and so I labeled that with tints. And then on the left side I labeled it as shades, because blue and blue and black have been added together to create darker values. So each time you want to start with your middle value, which is like that hue. In your grayscale, it would have been a middle gray. So then I move on to the lightest value, which is the white. And then I'll move on to the darkest value, which is black. So you would just follow that same format I showed you in the other video, and start with, your blue, and then adding a little white on top of that as you get progressively lighter for each stage. And then the opposite for the shades. You'd add the blue, and then add a little black on top of that, so that each shade gets a bit darker as you go along. So I just wanted to offer you that alternative method of making a template without carbon paper. So I hope that is helpful to you. And the next video will be about continuing that full color apple demonstration. Thanks.